Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to my channel. This is a very important class on modern playwrights and today we will talk about Edward Bond. But before starting, I want to give you a brief introduction about myself. My name is Brishti Mukherjee. I have qualified NTA UGC NET exam in English literature 3 times and have also qualified West Bengal SET examination. I have 2 years of teaching experience. Moreover, I have also taught in NPTEL online course from IIT Madras 3 times. So that is all about myself. Good evening, Suman. Welcome. This is the link of my Telegram channel. So those of you who have not joined yet, please join to get notification of all important classes. And also please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel so that many more new learners can join. And these are the timings of the classes: Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m., Saturday, Sunday off. So don't forget to join me live. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notifications. Okay, so today we will talk about Edward Bond, but before starting, I want to thank you all. We have finally achieved 1K subscribers just a few moments ago. So I'm very happy and thank you all for all of your support, your constant motivation. Keep sharing, keep learning. Okay, so let's begin. Good evening, Barsha. Welcome. Yes. So today our topic is Edward Bond, 1934 to present is his timeline. So we have started discussing modern playwrights. We have already discussed Samuel Beckett in the previous class. And in today's class, we will talk about Edward Bond. So 1934 to present is his timeline. This is the image of Edward Bond. Now, Edward Bond, he's a very important playwright in that sense because in his plays he has portrayed violence very openly. So, oftentimes his plays are considered as a part of theater of cruelty. Theater of cruelty. Oftentimes it is included in that group, theater of cruelty. Good evening, Suman. Welcome. सो जो भी स्टूडेंट्स वीडियो को देख रहे हो एक बार प्लीज लाइक एंड शेयर कर देना ताकि और भी स्टूडेंट ज्वाइन कर सके. यस, थैंक यू वर्षा. Okay, so let's start with his biographical details. Edward Bond was born on 18th July 1934 in Holloway, North London. He was born in North London and he was greatly inspired by a performance of Macbeth. So Macbeth was his inspiration. He started his writing career as a dramatist after getting inspired from Macbeth. Good evening, Papri. Good evening, Mukesh. Thank you so much, Suman. Thank you, all of you. So inspired by a performance of Macbeth, and he also left school at the age of 15 and he educated himself privately. So this is very important. Self education. उन्होंने अपने आप को खुद एजुकेट किया था, ठीक है. So he left school at the age of 15 and he educated himself privately by reading a lot of books in library. Later he worked in British Army occupation forces in Vienna. He was also an army officer and his early plays basically exposed the violence and corruption in the society. As I have already told you, Edward Bond's plays are remarkable because he has openly portrayed a lot of violence in his plays. Good evening, Javed. Welcome. Yes, thank you, Papdi. Yes, now we are a family of 1K members. That's great. And I have started my channel on April 2020. I have started uploading videos and within less than 1 year we have achieved 1K subscriber. Good evening, Iftikhar. Welcome. So worked in British Army occupation forces in Vienna and his early plays exposed the violence and corruption in society. So this is very important. Very violent plays he has written. We will talk about the summaries also. And his later plays try to provide solutions to social problem, which are known as answer plays. So very interesting that in the first half of his career, he has wrote some plays which are actually posing some questions, which are actually criticizing the social problem. तो कुछ क्वेश्चंस वो अराइज कर रहे हैं अगेंस्ट दिस करप्शंस एंड ऑल द violences, but in later plays he himself is trying to give some solution, तो उसको हम आंसर प्ले कहते हैं. बेसिकली बिंगो एंड उसके बाद में उन्होंने जो भी प्लेस लिखा था वो आंसर प्लेस के ग्रुप में आते हैं. Yes. April 2021. Sorry. April 2021 we have started, and now less than 1 year we have achieved this. Yes. Good evening, Rajkishore. Welcome. Rajkishore, how was your exam, Gujarat set? Thank you, Vikash. Good evening. Welcome. Okay, so yes, so later plays try to provide solution to social problems which are known as answer plays. Okay, and the whole plays are talking about a tragic worldview. तो tragedy उन्होंने बहुत सारे लिखी है. Basically, he wrote some very controversial, radical plays. So very controversial, bold playwright Edward Bond. Okay, so let's start with his plays. Okay, good. So the very first play which we are going to talk about, that is the Pope's Wedding, published in 1961-62. So title से ही आप समझ रहे हो, it is criticizing or satirizing the church member. So Pope's Wedding is basically an impossible thing and very unethical in that sense. If you can say, it is unethical thing, Pope's Wedding. So that is given in the title, the Pope's Wedding, 1961-62. Now, basically, the theme is mental illness. The theme is mental illness. And the title actually refers to an impossible ceremony. Theme is mental illness. Title is referring to an impossible ceremony. As I have already told you, that Pope's Wedding, that is impossible and very humorous. तो इसका प्लॉट क्या है? देखो, इसमें चर्च के बारे में नहीं है एक्चुअली. इट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द corruption of society. It is talking about a group of people whose lives are centered around pubs and cigarettes. So very much hedonistic lifestyle, you can say. So this hedonistic lifestyle lead कर रहे हैं जो group of people. They are actually the plot of the they form the plot of the play, and major characters का नाम है Scopy, Bill, Pat. They are the major characters. So not very famous, but yes, as it was his earlier play, that is why it is important. Okay, so theme is mental illness. Yes, a pope cannot marry, right, Papi? That is unethical. So that is why Pope's Wedding, and title is clearly a satire against church. Title is talking about some kind of unethical thing, but in the play, it is not set in church. Actually, it is talking about a group of people who are leading a hedonistic lifestyle, whose lives are centered around pubs and cigarettes. So you can understand that it is talking about merriment, revelry, and all these things. So these are the characters. So that is actually the main theme of the play, and mental illness is also the main theme. तो ज्यादा important नहीं है, but this thing is important, that theme is mental illness. So this kind of questions may be asked in your exam, that which of Edward Bond's play is centered around the theme of mental illness. So that is Pope's Wedding. Okay, moving on to next play, that is Saved. Yes, this play is important. Saved, 1965. It was first performed on 1965. Okay, Saved. Now this play is very much controversial, and ये question भी बहुत बार आए हैं कि which play of Edward Bond has a scene of stoning a baby to death. Stoning a baby to death. So that is Saved. Okay, we will discuss the plot also. Yes, thank you so much, Suman. Yes, आज very special day मेरे लिए भी. Okay, so Saved, 1965 में it was performed. Good evening, Kyra. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, so इसका plot क्या है? Pam. Pam is a character who is a young London woman who brings a man named Lane home. So Pam एक person को लेकर आते हैं जिसका नाम है Lane. Now Lane is not actually Pam's married husband. Okay, Lane is just a friend whom Pam brings in her own house. Now Pam's father Harry leaves for work, and then they both get intimate. So Pam is also doing a controversial thing, okay, illegitimate kind of relationship. And what happens that gradually they get intimate, and later they go to a boating. तो धीरे धीरे क्या होता है, लेन इज वेरी मच बोर्ड विथ पैम, तो काइंड ऑफ एब्सर्ड एलिमेंट इसके अंदर भी है. सो लेन इज बोर्ड विथ पैम एंड द बोट मैनेजर जिसका नाम था फ्रेड, फ्रेड इज अट्रैक्टेड टू पैम. Now what happens that the love affair between Pam and Lane that is shifted into Fred and Pam. Okay, so okay, yes. So the boat manager Fred is attracted to Pam. Now Pam is impregnated by Fred and they have a child. So that kind of relationship is going on. Now Pam's mother Mary is very much fond of Lane. So there is a confusion, not confusion, there is a conflict between Pam and Mary. Pam loves Fred because he is the father of her child. And Pam's mother, Mary, wants her to marry Lynn because she is very much fond of that boy. Now Pam fights with her mother continuously. इस बात को लेकर दोनों के बीच में confusion चलता था, conflict चलता था. So Pam fights with her mother and also Lynn, and the baby cries out of negligence. तो क्या होता है कि no one is concerned for that particular child. Pam is fighting with her mother due to this kind of conflict between Fred and Len, and Pam is also very much dissatisfied with Len. तो वो अपने problem को लेकर busy है, and the child is being neglected. The child always cries out of negligence. Now Fred loses temper and he kills the baby. And वो कैसे kill कर रहे हैं? The baby is actually stoned to death. तो पत्थर मारकर उन्हें मार रहे हैं Fred. So that amount of violence is depicted by Edward Bond in this play. Okay, now what happens that Fred kills the baby, but Pam is such a mother that she doesn't even know that her child is killed, and she is completely unaware of the fact, and she still keeps the baby in a pram and mechanically swagging it. ओके, तो पैम को ये पता ही नहीं है कि उसके बच्चे को मार दिया गया है, एंड जैसे उसको प्रैम में वो हमेशा रखता था वैसे ही वो रखते हैं, एंड कंटिन्यूअसली moving it, but she has no idea that her child is killed. That kind of careless mother is Pam. And last line ये होते हैं, Len Pam को बोलते हैं, that is the last line, fetch me hammer. Hammer actually means hammer. So Len is indicating his own suicide maybe. So fetch me hammer, that is the last word spoken by Len to Pam. Last word of Len actually, not the last word of the play, but last word of Len to Pam, that is fetch me hammer. So that is the play Saved, and here the title Saved is very ironical because the child needs to be saved, but the child is actually killed. Acha, okay Suman. Yes, it's really very cruel, and because of this particular scene what happens that it leads to the abolition of theatre censorship in UK in 1960s. तो इस प्ले के थ्रू बॉन्ड ने क्या किया था, जो थिएटर के ऊपर सेंसरशिप था ये सेंसरशिप हट गया था, बट दिस प्ले रिसीव्ड सो मेनी क्रिटिसिज्म, वेरी वेरी कंट्रोवर्शियल प्ले बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर सीन. And also, though it is controversial, it received a great international success, and Bond describes the ending of the play as irresponsibly optimistic. So this is important. These are minute details about the play. So that is about Saved, and obviously the title is very ironical and also very confusing that who is actually saved. The child is killed. So is through the killing of the child Pam saved from that relationship, or is Pam already get rid of Fred and Len, all this kind of struggle, or is Len trying to get rid of this life by giving the instruction to Pam that fetch me hammer? So there are so many questions which you may raise against the title Saved. Okay, yes, the child is saved from the pain of negligence. Yes, you can interpret in that way also. The child is saved from the pain of negligence by being killed by his father. Yes, that is also true. In that sense, it is also saved. But apparently, it is not. Apparently, it is not saved because the child is killed, and through killing, he receives a kind of salvation. That may also be the interpretation. So varied interpretation on the title. Very brief title. but it has multiple layers of significance. So that is the play Saved. And remember that this play has this controversial scene where a baby is stoned to death by his father, which is very, very disturbing scene at that time. Yes, right, Vikas. But this is also true that I have not enough space in my house to seat these 1K students. Okay, to make the seating arrangement. That is also true. Okay, yes, the title is paradoxical, right? Now, Narrow Road to Deep North, published in 1968. Narrow Road to Deep North. Okay, this is the next play. Now, don't get confused. Narrow Road to Deep North. This is also a novel written by the famous Australian novelist Richard Flanagan. Richard Flanagan. So this is also a novel, but it is also a play written by Edward Bond. Not associated with this novel. ये novel का plot completely different है and Edward Bond completely different में लिख रहे हैं, but title is same. Narrow Road to Deep North. So this is a prize-winning novel of Richard Flanagan also, and it is also a play by Edward Bond. Same title. ओके तो इसका प्लॉट क्या है नैरो रोड टू डीप नॉर्थ बेसिकली इट्स अ सैटारिकल प्ले सेट इन जापान ड्यूरिंग एडो पीरियड सो a kind of different setting so please remember that this play is set in Japan during Edo period and इसका subtitle था a comedy narrow road to deep north a comedy now there is a character of a poet a real poet of Japan जिसका नाम है Basho. Basho is a poet who finds an abandoned baby but does not help him. तो यहाँ पर भी एक बेबी का कैरेक्टर है. So वहां पर हमने देखा in the play Saved we have seen that a father have killed a father has killed his own child due to some kind of momentary rage. Okay, but यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है another helpless child is crying on the street but Basho who is a poet and we expect that poets have more sensibility more kindness pity than a normal human being but what happens that Basho finds an abandoned child on the street but he does not help him. Now the baby finally grows into a more humane character named Shogo. तो अब शोगो के साथ बैशो का एक कैरेक्टर कॉन्ट्रास्ट आ जाते हैं जिस बेबी को उन्होंने नेग्लेक्ट किया है दैट पर्टिकुलर चाइल्ड फाइनली ग्रोस इनटू अ मोर ह्यूमन कैरेक्टर मोर जेंटल फिगर जिसका नाम है शोगो. ओके थैंक यू सो मच पापड़ी थैंक यू सो मच. ओके विकास. So one thing to inform you all, I think you have all seen the message that West Bengal set answer key is already out, so you can match it, okay, and also inform in the group that किसका कितना correct हुआ है, ठीक है. तो एंड यहाँ पर एक और बात है जो वेस्ट बंगाल सेट एग्जाम पहली बार दे रही हूँ उनके लिए मैं कह रही हूँ द आंसर कीज आर गिवन इन जम्बलिंग ऑर्डर. ओके सो एंड एनी स्पेसिफिक सीरीज इज एक्चुअली मेंशन. तो XYZ 3 सीरीज होता है क्वेश्चन पेपर का. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट व्हिच सीरीज you have got. Okay, suppose you have got Y series and the answer for your English literature paper only X series का आंसर दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. बट इसमें एक और बात है कि X सीरीज का आंसर वहां पर मेंशन है एंड एक जम्बलिंग ऑर्डर भी मेंशन है. तो जम्बलिंग ऑर्डर में क्या दिया है सपोज X सीरीज में जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 था वो आपके Y सीरीज में है क्वेश्चन नंबर 15. तो क्वेश्चन सेम है बट ऑर्डर थोड़ा सा इधर उधर दिया है. तो सबसे पहले आप जम्बलिंग ऑर्डर को डाउनलोड करो, ठीक है. अगर आपको Y या Z सीरीज मिला है देन फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैच दीज क्वेश्चंस कि एक सीरीज में कौन से क्वेश्चन आपके ओरिजिनल क्वेश्चन पेपर में कौन से क्वेश्चन के साथ मैच हो रहा है. पहले आप ये मैच करो देन डाउनलोड द आंसर कीज ऑफ X series and you will definitely find the answer. Okay, so this is actually the process of checking answer keys for set exam only. नेट में ये प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता है, सेट में इस टाइप का प्रॉब्लम होता है बिकॉज सेट में एक ही क्वेश्चन पेपर आप सब देते हैं एग्जाम, राइट. जनरल पेपर जो आपने दिया वो सभी बच्चों ने दिया. There is no first shift, second shift or 1 day, 2 day kind of thing. Okay, so that is why answer keys are given in this way. So it becomes sometimes confusing to match. ठीक है, तो इस टाइप से आप मैच कर सकते हैं. Okay, so coming back to our lesson. We are talking about the plot of Narrow Road to Deep North. Now, yes. So the baby grows into a more human character named Shogo. Now the title actually refers to a famous poem of Basho. ये जो title हमने देखा Narrow Road to Deep North, that title is actually referring to a famous poem of the same title written by Basho. And this same play was rewritten as the bundle New Narrow Road to Deep North, published in 1977. तो इसका एक retold version भी उन्होंने लिखा था, जिसका ये सबटाइटल था न्यू नैरो रोड टू डीप नॉर्थ एंड मेन टाइटल था द बंडल. Okay, thank you so much, Suman. So this is the retold version of the same play. Okay, now moving on to next play, and a very famous play of Edward Bond, very beautifully written. I don't know whether you have read this play or not. This play was there in our PG syllabus, so we have read the play. It's a very beautiful play, Lear, published in 1971, and very famous play of Edward Bond. So Lear, obviously it is talking about not exactly King Lear, but it is a retold version of King Lear. ठीक है, King Lear का कैरेक्टर्स यहाँ पर है, बट प्लॉट एकदम अलग सा है. तो किंग लियर का रिटोल्ड वर्जन है दिस पर्टिकुलर प्ले, एंड दिस प्ले एक्चुअली बिगिंस विद द डेथ ऑफ ए वर्कर. तो यहाँ पर हम देख रहे हैं कि द मेन कैरेक्टर लियर, द किंग द मेन कैरेक्टर लियर, हु हैज ऑर्डर्ड टू बिल्ड अ वॉल टू कीप अवे हिज फेटल एनिमीज. वो एक वॉल बना रहे हैं जिसका मल्टीपल लेयर्स ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस है. सो जब हम नो योर टेक्स्ट सीरीज में बात करेंगे टेक्स्ट का, देन आई विल एक्सप्लेन द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द प्ले इन डिटेल. ठीक है, सो डोंट वरी, आज मैं बेसिकली आपको प्लॉट बता रही हूँ, बट एक एक चीज का वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग सिग्निफिकेंस है. ये वॉल बनाने का एक और सिग्निफिकेंस है, ये जो वार करके डेथ के साथ प्ले स्टार्ट हो रहा है इसका एक सिग्निफिकेंस है. So I will make a detailed video on Lear, so don't worry for that. Okay, yes, it is based on King Lear. Lear has ordered to build a wall to keep away his fatal enemies. Now, who are his enemies? Basically, दोनों enemies के नाम आते हैं, Dukes of North and Duke of Cornwall. Okay, Duke of North and Duke of Cornwall, they are Lear's major enemies, and Lear is building a wall. And इस wall को बनाते टाइम क्या होता है, एक वारकर का डेथ हो जाता है. ठीक है. Now Lear has two daughters, Bodis and Fontanelle. Bodis and Fontanelle are his two daughters, who are very cruel daughters. Same figures like Goneril and Regan in Shakespeare's King Lear. Okay, so Bodis and Fontanelle are his two daughters. Now they are married to the two great enemies of Lear, Dukes of North and Cornwall. तो इस टाइप से उन्होंने बिट्रे किया है. Now, finally, what happens, that war has started between Lear and Lear's enemies. Lear's daughters betray him. मैं बहुत शॉर्ट में आपको प्लॉट बता रही हूँ, मेजर इंसिडेंट क्या है. नाउ अनदर कैरेक्टर अपीयर्स, वारिंगटन. वारिंगटन यू कैन इजीली कंपेयर इट विथ केंट, जो लियर के साथ always था, right? Kent. So you can compare it with Kent. So Warrington is caught and his tongue is cut out by Fontanelle so that he cannot reveal the secret. He cannot mention the secret to Lear that his own daughters are betraying him. तो वो ये ट्रूथ रिवील ना कर पाए, इसलिए Fontanelle क्या कर रहे हैं, उसके टंग को काट दे. So that amount of violence is portrayed by Edward Bond, that someone's tongue is cut out so that he cannot reveal the truth. And what happens, that Lear finally loses the war. He takes shelter in the house of a grave digger's boy. Now, as the grave digger's boy gives shelter to Lear, as a punishment of that, the enemy soldiers kills the boy and rapes his pregnant wife, and Lear finally sees his ghost. तो ग्रेव डिगर्स बॉय उनके घोस्ट में आते हैं, ठीक है, एंड घोस्ट में आकर उनको सारे के सारे ट्रूथ बताते हैं. लेटर बॉडिस इज सेंटेंस टू डेथ ड्यू टू हर सिन. एंड फाइनली क्या होता है, लियर का डेथ बहुत ही पेनफुल है. लियर्स आईज आर पुल्ड आउट. एंड इफ यू हैव सीन द कवर पेज ऑफ एडवर्ड बॉन्ड्स लियर, यू कैन सी, मुझे एग्जैक्टली पब्लिकेशन का नाम याद नहीं आ रहा, एक ग्रे कलर का बुक था, ठीक है। एडवर्ड बॉन्ड्स लियर यहाँ पर टाइटल मेंशन था एंड ऊपर में एक इमेज मेंशन था कि अ मैन हुज आईज हैव बीन पुल्ड आउट एंड ब्लड्स आर कमिंग थ्रू हिज आईज, तो इस टाइप का एक इमेज था। वही सेम इमेज जो हमने इडिपस रेक्स के फ्रंट पेज में देखा था, वही सेम काइंड ऑफ इमेज। आई थिंक रिटन बाय मेथुन क्लासिक्स और नॉट, पब्लिकेशन का नाम याद नहीं आ रहा, बट इस टाइप का एक बुक था लियर का। ठीक है। सो एंड दैट इमेज वाज गिवन ऑन द कवर पेज दैट लियर्स आईज आर पुल्ड आउट, वेरी वेरी ग्रूसम इमेज when where bloods are coming through his eyes, and Lear is saying that I cannot bear the sunlight, ऐसा एक soliloquy था Lear का। Lear is saying that the sun is hurting my eyes, that kind of line. Okay, and Cordelia come now at the end. Cordelia comes to meet Lear again. Cordelia जो same Cordelia जो हमने King Lear में देखा, वही Cordelia का कैरेक्टर यहाँ पर भी आ रहे हैं। And at the end, Lear is brutally killed. ठीक है, and very very controversial play because of its projection of so many violence, so many violence. Okay, अच्छा ठीक है सुमन। Okay, so controversial for its projection of violence. Okay. Now, moving on to next play, that is the Bingo, published in 1974. बिंगो। बिंगो ये क्वेश्चन भी बहुत बार आए थे कि इन विच प्ले ऑफ एडवर्ड बॉन्ड शेक्सपियर इज अ कैरेक्टर, सो दैट इज बिंगो। बिंगो का सबटाइटल है सिंस ऑफ मनी एंड डेथ, एंड वेरी इंटरेस्टिंगली हियर शेक्सपियर इज नॉट अ राइटर, नॉट अ ड्रामेटिस्ट। विलियम शेक्सपियर इज पोर्ट्रेड एज एन एक्सप्लॉइटेटिव लैंडलॉर्ड। ठीक है, एक लैंडलॉर्ड की कैरेक्टर में इनको पोर्ट्रे किया गया था। ही कमिट सुसाइड बाय आस्किंग रिपीटेडली वाज एनीथिंग डन, that was the refrain of that play, was anything done, it is asked repeatedly. And the play opens with Shakespeare sitting in his garden and he is planning to take over or planning to snatch away some other's garden. एक और कैरेक्टर का नाम था, ठीक है, जिसके गार्डन को कैसे वो अपने गार्डन के साथ मर्ज करे, इसके बारे में वो सोच रहे हैं। And another famous scene is there when Ben Jonson comes to meet Shakespeare and informs that the global theater is burned down. Sorry, the Globe Theater is burnt down. So this is a real incident that Globe Theater is burnt down. You all know, and उसको बाद में reconstruct किया गया था। ठीक है, तो बेन जॉनसन आकर शेक्सपियर को ये न्यूज दे रहे हैं कि ग्लोब थिएटर इसको मतलब ये कंप्लीटली डिस्ट्रॉय हो चुका है ड्यू टू फायर। ओके, गुड इवनिंग ज्योति, वेलकम। हाँ, Johnson comes to meet him. So this is another important scene in the play where Johnson informs Shakespeare that Globe Theatre is burnt down. Okay, so this is about Bingo. So these are some of the major plays of Edward Bond. सबसे ज़्यादा important है Lear, Bingo, all these plays. Okay, so please read a detailed summary of these plays. Other plays भी कुछ है जिसका title आपको याद रखना है। The Sea is another play published in 1973 and ये दोनों trilogy है। Trilogy के साथ plays को match करना ये बहुत favorite question है NTA का। So War trilogy, it is not a trilogy of novels but trilogy of plays. Red, Black and Ignorant, this is one play. Next play, The Tin Can People and Great Peace. These three plays together form War trilogy. Chair plays trilogy में आते हैं Have I None, The Under Room, The Chair. These are chair plays trilogy. Another plays are Restoration, Black Mass, Passion. These are some of the other plays written by Edward Bond. Not so famous, but yes, important obviously. Okay, so that is the end of today's class. अच्छा, सुमन कह रहे थे कि say something about yourself study journey. Okay, study journey in that sense, there is no history actually. Study journey, I am always very much passionate about teaching. Okay, so ये जो YouTube चैनल बनाने का प्लान था, ये भी उसी पैशन से आए थे। तो जब मैंने अपने मास्टर्स को कंप्लीट किया, ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट किया, मास्टर्स कंप्लीट किया, तो उसके बाद मुझे ये लगा कि ये तो हमेशा सही बात है कि अगर आप खुद प्रिपरेशन लेते हो वो एक अलग सा चीज है, एंड व्हेन यू आर ट्राइंग टू टीच समवन आपको बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में जाकर पढ़ना होता है। सो आखिर में ये टीचर के लिए भी एक लर्निंग है एंड ऑब्वियसली लर्नर के लिए तो है ही। तो मुझे भी ये लगता था कि इतना ज्यादा सिलेबस है नेट का, सेट का, जो भी कहो, मतलब कंप्लीट लिटरेचर आपको पढ़ना होता है। सो आई एम ऑलवेज अफ्रेड कि इतने सारे चीज मैं कैसे याद रखूं, मतलब अगर ये कल्चर से छूट जाए, अगर हम इसको रिवाइज नहीं करेंगे बार बार, तो ये भूल जाने के चांसेस बहुत है। तो इसी आइडिया से मैंने यूट्यूब चैनल बनाया था कि ताकि अगर मैं किसी को पढ़ा सकूं, अगर मुझे एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिले किसी को पढ़ाने के लिए, तो इसके थ्रू क्या होगा कि आई कैन गिव समवन सम काइंड ऑफ नॉलेज, दे विल आल्सो बी बेनिफिटेड, एंड एट द सेम टाइम मेरे लिए भी एक बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस होगा, मेरी जो टीचिंग कैपेसिटी है वो बढ़ेगा, फ्लुएंसी बढ़ेगा, ठीक है, एंड मेरी खुद के नॉलेज बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा. So from that perspective, I have started actually this YouTube channel. And throughout my journey, study journey अगर आप कहो तो उसमें मुझे बहुत सारे blessings मिले हैं from my teachers, professors, and जहाँ पर भी मैं पढ़ने के लिए गया था, from my school life to my university life, I have received a lot of blessings from my teachers. मतलब मुझे इतना ज़्यादा आशीर्वाद, प्यार सब कुछ मिला है मेरी टीचर की तरफ से, एंड each and every teacher are always eager to help me, ठीक है। तो ये भी एक बहुत अच्छी बात है कि मैं जब जिस सर या मैम के पास जाकर हेल्प मांगा था, सबने मुझे हेल्प किया है। तो ड्यू टू दैट पर्टिकुलर सपोर्ट एंड हेल्प टुडे आई एम हियर, एंड ऑब्वियसली फैमिली का तो एक सपोर्ट ऑलवेज होता है। सो माय पेरेंट्स आर ऑलवेज वेरी मच एनकरेजिंग। उन्होंने कभी भी किसी भी चीज को मतलब मैंने जो भी करने की कोशिश की वो हमेशा सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। ये यूट्यूब चैनल खुलने के लिए भी उन्होंने मुझे बहुत सपोर्ट दिया है कि यस यू कैन डू इट। So from that point of view, I have started this channel. Okay, I have started this channel, and here we are with a family of 1K subscriber. So, but yes, that is also not the end. We have miles to go. I will also try to improve myself, and I am so much happy that I have got a lot of students in my channel who have been associated with me till the beginning of my journey as a teacher. So I hope I will sharpen my abilities more, and I will get a lot of support from you also. तो थैंक यू, आपने मुझे इतना, मतलब मैं जब चैनल को स्टार्ट किया था मुझे कभी मतलब इमेजिनेशन में भी नहीं आए थे कि इतना सब्सक्राइबर होगा, एक दिन चैनल में इतने सारे लोग आएंगे, इतना अच्छा फीडबैक मुझे मिलेगा। आई एम सो हैप्पी फॉर दैट, आई एम सो हैप्पी, एंड थैंक यू ऑल फॉर विशिंग मी ग्रेट ग्रेट कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन. So yes, thank you so much, and I hope that my videos are helping you in some way or other. तो जरूर आप इसी तरीके से कंटिन्यूअस फीडबैक देते रहे ना, ठीक है। हाँ सुमन, आई थिंक वो भी हो जाएगा। इफ्तिकार, परसुइंग, नो आई एम नॉट एक्चुअली परसुइंग पीएचडी, अभी अभी मैं तो बीएड कर रही हूँ, तो बीएड कंप्लीट होने के बाद आई विल डू माय पीएचडी। मैंने अप्लाई किया है इस साल, तो हो सकता है कि हो जाए, बट प्रोसेसिंग होने में टाइम लगेगा, ठीक है। आई हैव जस्ट अप्लाइड, देयर इज अभी तक इंटरव्यू कुछ भी नहीं हुआ है, ठीक है। तो एंड आई एम नाउ इन माय थर्ड सेमेस्टर ऑफ बीएड, तो बीएड भी मेरा कंप्लीट हो जाएगा इसी साल, एंड आफ्टर दैट आई विल डेफिनेटली गो फॉर पीएचडी. I have that dream to write doctor beside my name, but don't know whether I will be succeed or not, but yes, I hope that I will be successful. Okay, thank you so much all of you, and that is the end of today's class. This is the link of my Telegram channel. Those of you who have not joined yet, please join to get notification of all important classes, and also please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel so that many more new learners can join. Okay, thank you so much Suman, thank you so much. So please subscribe the channel को और आगे बढ़ाओ, आप सबकी good wishes से ही ये हो सकता है, and I'm very grateful to all of you. This is a very special day. Okay, so thank you all. Bye bye everyone. Good night. See you all tomorrow at 8:30 p.m.